Ke sorkar Jylla menta ke pynkhreh bante ke stadium Thymmai ke ban Ngiam hado palat saupo Hajar Ngut ki Nongpeitkai ya ke bala thmu ban shna ha ke jaka ke bahe ha Mawkhanu ke batip kum ke Mawkhanu Sports Complex. Haba pentip ya ke ne Myntri Rangbah ke Jylla Conrad K Sangma iathuh baki bu thong ban pyndep no shwa Hajar pra ya ke ni ke stadium ke bala mang bante ha ke jinglut ke bakot shaka South Park klur tam. Ha kajuh kapor iathuh ba kawei pat ke jaka ialehkai ke ba ke sorkar ke labu hakmat tadi ke Mawdiang-diang Sports Complex ke bala bu ban pyndep haus nam Hajar reu ha ke jinglut ke ba shispa sanpo klur tam. Myntri Rangbah pentip ru ba ke sorkar Jylla ke the deki klur tengka na ke benta ki sunjuk ialehkai kumju na ke benta ban kentiu yiki nong ialehkai ha kadur jangka scholarship.
Project which we are very sure that we are going to be doing. It's in fact all the DPRs are ready. This will be the largest football stadium, dedicated football stadium in the country. 40,000 capacity in one location for football, and there's nothing else that's going to be played inside here. And this, as I said, is going in line with our objective and our goal to make Meghalaya as the sports capital and the sports state and the hub for football especially in the country. And therefore we realize that to be able to host the large events, to be able to host the biggest matches, the national level matches or international level matches, we're happy that an international match is going to happen very soon. I'm sure all of you are aware about it. But these kind of things will lead to that kind of attraction and make Shillong the hub and Meghalaya the hub for football in the coming days. This again is happening. We have already finished the DPRs, and this is again a dedicated tennis court, and there will be a very large swimming pool, an Olympic-sized swimming pool will be here. This again is coming out in the Mawdiang-diang Sports Complex. Again, this will add to the additional. So these are the future plans that we have, which are happening very soon. Next. This is to give an idea about how while we look at infrastructure, it's not just about infrastructure. It's really about how the sports persons will be able to get benefit from these programs. So we realize that everybody is not the same. We realize that basic sports at the grassroots level is important just for the physical fitness, for the overall sportsmanship and discipline coming into our children. We want to encourage grassroots sports at all levels. So every kid should be able to play, should be able to do some sports at every level. So this is something that we are focusing on. And that's why these 300 different infrastructures are coming out in rural areas where we'll be able to give it, and more will come. This is just the first phase. I hope that we'll be able to again go up to by another 200 to 300 locations wherever the gaps are there to allow the grassroots level to happen. And in these kind of things, we'll have local programs, district programs, mission football, and other missions as and when the interest comes up. At the intermediate level, of course, we're having these training centers. We're selecting from this grassroots level some good people who will then be able to compete at the national and international level. So we have a program for that. And of course, we have this elite program, which is what I was telling you about, that we select the sports persons in a very scientific manner. So these are people who are professionals who come in, who understand sports science at a professional level and test children at a very young age of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and see the talent in them for that sport that they could be good at. So as a sports person, I may love football, and I may try to play football because I love football, but my internal talent actually may be in long jump or high jump, but I'll never know that until we screen them in a scientifically. So scientific talent identification program. This has been happening for the last 3 to 4 years now. And through that, as I said, we have about 7 athletes who are in the top 1% in terms of their talent in the world. And some of them are doing exceptionally well. They are, of course, obviously, young boys and girls. So we have to train them from all angles, whether it's nutrition, whether it's psychological, counseling, support, education that they need, and of course, sports training. And when we give them training, we are going to expose them not just at the local level, but at the national level as well as the international level. This we are doing, of course, with a target that we'll be able to produce Olympians in the coming years. Next. are scholarships. For example, whoever wins a medal in the Meghalaya Games, we give scholarship to them for a year. So for a year, close to about each medal winner, on an average, gets about close to 80,000 rupees plus minus in the year as scholarship. And this kind of support was never given in the past. And we do the same for people who win the national games or the Northeast Olympics or any other level that is there. We encourage our students, our sports persons, by giving them cash incentives. And this has been happening, and this never used to happen before in the past. If you look at these, again, numbers, these are associations, 40 plus, being supported again by Meghalaya government, which was not being done in the past. Small supports were given. I'm not saying that it was nothing. So sometimes 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, but nothing on a regular and consistent basis. Yeah. So participation each in states events yearly is like 35,000 plus people. The talent ID program, which is again I'll talk about in detail. We have screened about 24,500 athletes and sports persons. 300 plus infrastructures are being created as we speak right now. Whether it's artificial turf, whether it's basketball court, whether it's track and field. 300 plus, again, as I said, this is a huge number, which is something that all of you should know. Again, we have hosted more than 10 plus international or national events in the last 7 years. And of course, these events also create jobs for us, because every time we do an activity, we require people. So about 2,500 people have been engaged in the last many years. Next. Yeah. So this is the infrastructure that came up. This, of course, this is the JN Stadium, which is now all this section has come up in JN Stadium. As you can see, capacity has gone up to almost 16,000. This is the integrated complex that's just coming up behind the JN complex. You can see the construction going on right now as we speak. Again, it's about 100 plus crore project, and this will be completed hopefully by the end of this year or mid of next year. This is, of course, the K Sangma football stadium, sports complex, but this is the football stadium. The sports complex, this is about 40 plus crores, and the indoor stadium, which is right behind this stall in the back here. That is the indoor stadium, which is the larger part of the project, which is about 70 crores, which is being implemented. But we'll be coming up here with this northern, the western stand, if you look at it from here. The western stand will be coming up, which will add another 4,000 to 5,000 capacity. This is where that wall had collapsed, if you remember, which was the old construction part. So this is the new part, the north, south, and the east stand. So west we did not touch earlier, but now that the old construction has gone, so we thought that it's an opportunity maybe for us to put up another stand out there. This is, of course, the YJR football, where we had a very wonderful program.